Yesterday I have won final against Voyager, which I was really happy about. Today I might get a loss, we will see. But the chance that Voyager and me are in the final is at 90%. So you can already look forward to that. But it's of course then quite important to have both lives still going into the final against him. Okay, Voyager himself gives him only 1 life. I mean, I also would probably survive with just 1 life, and the others have 2 lives. But you never know, there can be some weird track and then rip. Many tracks I tried for the first time because I didn't participate in those knockouts for quite a while. Where are the checkpoints? And where did I go wrong? I have no idea. Well, what did I do wrong in the warm-up? On purpose a bit behind now to follow. Ah. Wow, it must be this, yeah. Holy moly. That is very confusing. Because also the track to drive like that is just not nice to drive. Ah, 9 players now. Yeah, it's also just the case that the intended line is so not nice to drive as well. So yeah, the right side is closer than the down side. Yeah, it's confusing. It says straight, so I go straight. I also would have gone somewhere else without these signs, to be honest. Because it's a bit weird to go over a freewheel straight. Oh well. Freewheel is the theme of the map, it seems. Oh. I also wanted to go left there. I mean, you probably can do both lines. Not sure if there's a faster and a slower one. Yeah, in the start I would just think this checkpoint is closer than if I would go to the right first. So probably this is the, yeah, here you have a checkpoint right after the freewheel. So this must be the faster approach, I guess. will see what is faster, I guess. My line is faster. Yeah, this cup exists since over 10 years already. So we have Therion last. I'm not sure who was last in the first one. Ah, it was Mr. A. Mr. A and now Therion. They both lost 1 life from their 2 lives. So they actually made it with a plugin possible that you can just give any player a certain amount of lives. And Voyager gave himself 1 life, it seems like. But he wants the extra challenge. It is also very easy for us. We have to get into the final, and in theory we both have to reach it without losing a single life, in theory. At least if the maps are that skill-based like the first 2 maps have been. But I know that there are also dangerous maps, where you can easily make a mistake or die where there are jumps or something, or where there are weird parts. And then it's of course something else. You can easily have some unlucky thing happening and then you are behind others. But on normal maps, the chance for Voyager and myself to be in front is quite huge. These wall ride turns are always a bit shaky. If the exit is so tight right after the wall ride, then never feeling that great with it. Here you see some issues with those. So I would always save them. As an example, Voyager and myself finishing with a 46 and 47 low. Next guy 6 seconds behind. This here is already a quite known map since the very first knockouts in this TMOne title pack in the speed environment. Since the first knockouts, this map already exists, I believe. So Mr. A is the first one to get last twice, so he is the first one to get knocked out. Here we have a weirder map, where a map that you would not be able to build in the older Trackmania. These UFO blocks are new items, and this wall here is actually magnetic, so you can drive on it. We have here a 3-lapper on this map. I also know this map quite well already. Like usually in Trackmania United they are not magnetic. Wait, I got a local with that? What the fuck? Like I was 100% sure I had much better laps on this already. And Therion also with the second last place, so Mr. A and Therion both out already. And we are down to 7 players. Okay, dangerous. I overtook him by 100. I released a lot there. Oh, that guy. So now it's Vince being last. I still don't know if the wiggling actually gets you speedier or not. In the old games, wiggling was a good idea if you didn't want to slow down too much on the off-road, because the off-road is similar to what we now have with penalty. And if not all four wheels touch it, it's better. But here in this game, I think it's different. Oh no, I have no speed, I hope that I don't get lost. I mean, there's still a lot of track to drive. Could have gone second even, but fucked up the corner. Yeah. So Vince is safe. He will keep his life. Haxa, however, is in last now. Yeah, the fact that I was almost second with that, interesting. If Voyager wasn't there, it would be kinda boring. But now we know that this battle is most likely gonna come in the end. Voyager versus myself. And then I need an absolutely top-notch run if I want to beat him. Because you never know what kind of time he's driving. Can be very fast. Safe might be too slow then. Yeah, I remember I drove the map, but I only remembered from that corner. But yeah, you really have to remember that. That's so mean. Exactly in the middle, after the turn, completely blind. This this does not exist like that, this block, you know? In the old games it doesn't exist. Like, it comes so out of nowhere and it's exactly on the ideal line there. It's really dangerous. And I think it's right before a checkpoint even. Ah no, that's in a checkpoint. It's mixed into the checkpoint. Safe now. Also, the end is very dangerous. But I saved everything. Oh, Haxa versus Vince. It was about surviving, and Haxa is behind and gets knocked out. think I know what this map is. Do I? No. I thought there's something coming. That could have knocked me out. Oh. Yeah, this can knock you out though. Not much happening, it's just important that you don't slide away because it's a very fast track. And then you wouldn't be able to make the jumps as well. Release now, I had good speed, but I don't think that is possible to overjump. I felt like because I had good speed, it might be the reason why I might die in that section. Oh, you see someone failed to finish, someone missed the finish line. But people still come. Oh, and Mesa is last. And Vince is again safe, again closely, and it might be Mesa who actually missed the finish, we don't know. Maybe he's writing something. But somebody was missing the finish and had to respawn. Yeah, such a track here is always a bit dangerous because it is long, but it only has like 4 corners or something, and that's very high speed. If you slide away here, you can lose a massive amount of time. And I kept accelerating after I landed. But the car just keeps on keeping speed. That's a typical desert thing. Voyager with a mistake. I don't think that he will get last though. But there's a chance at least. He gets 4th. Mesa actually in danger. Vince is still in. And now in last place is Meister. So Meister, Mesa and Vince, they all lost a life. Just realize how many people drive here with an M in the nickname. Marius, Mystixor, Mesa, Meister and Mr. A. Like where M is the first letter in the nickname. Oh, well, you have to know that. Something that is important to remember for the live round. Whoa. That ending here is also tough. You easily land like that. He is about to remember everything. This was the start. So now jumping into the middle. And to the left after this right turn. This is then fast enough. When you finish backwards, the car's just driving backwards further. Because in this old game, it's automatically pressing the brake button after you finish. It is... Mystics are just finished. Alright, so that means that Meister got now twice last in a row and is out. Otherwise it would have been Mystixor with his first life loss. But he keeps all his lives. Hello, Wukong. Oh. On this map there's not much happening. It has basically two corners. This here is already the last corner. And then there's just a long straight again. I had a final on this once. see if I can make it to the transition again. Yeah. So after this left turn, here. Yeah, basically there's nothing on this map. Was steering too much there. I mean, somewhere you have to gain the time, of course. I don't know what Voyager did there. Would be annoying if that was the final. Learning Peace from the Dancing Horse is the name. And Vince is still alive. His early last place, but he's still alive. It is Mesa getting knocked out now. But I think those are not magnetic here. Here the fastest line is to do a wall ride jump like that. I mean, it's much faster, but I'm a little bit afraid of doing it. Because if it goes wrong, you might be out. But now we have only 3 opponents. Just saved it in, and it is Vince out. And Mystixor comes onto the podium, and he still has all his lives. Yeah, the off-road is a bit weird to drive. Compared with the older game. Jawohl. And Voyager set himself to just one life. But what was that? I have cars on and I still don't know what he did. Well, that is Voyager out. And Mystixa and myself in the finals, we both having 2 lives. So it is a best of 3. He was almost getting me on that map. I mean, after Voyager's mistake, I released in the last transition. But yeah, it was dangerous. Definitely dangerous. Yeah. Had to go here, I guess. No, ach man, no. Really? Oh, it was correct. Holy moly. To the left here. That's a start into the finals. That's a start into the finals, guys. I have no idea about the track because I was just focused on finding the way. Also not knowing how the bumper will work now, yeah, in which direction it pushes me. Dangerous, dangerous. But I take that first victory, even though I didn't know the way and even though it lagged at the start. He had also trouble with his map. And then also these transitions there with a mountain was really dangerous, this map. So you never know what happens. I mean, it could have happened, for example, on that bumper block, that I land bad so that my car flips over. And I think there was a freewheel before the bumper. I mean, it was really not the nicest map for rounds. Quite dangerous. Alright. Oh, wow, I already had 2 finals on this, I think. There is one part in the end where I know that it can go wrong. It can really go wrong. But I know a safe approach for it. Just have to make sure that I'm not too fast. Otherwise, this map is usually relatively tight with the opponent for a long time. It can be tight at least. So Mystique Zone now only has 1 single life left. And I have still 2 lives, so he would need to beat me twice in a row. So this is Magnet now. If I go far outside here and will take that transition, so I stay away from mid, go fully inside there. That's the idea. In my first final on this map, I was going over the magnet and just hope that it works, because I didn't know that you can just do the jump also further inside. I was so afraid of this going wrong, because my opponent was much weaker, but I wasn't sure how to survive that jump. With the magnet, it felt random how much the magnet actually pushes you backwards into the quarter pipe. Sometimes it pushed you too far, and then you were landing behind the quarter pipe, and that is the shit. So I better don't touch that, you know. Alright, let's go. GG! So even if I had just 1 life at the start, I would have won. Yeah, it wasn't a bit boring because Voyager went out. Against Voyager, those both maps, they like the first map would have suited him so well. And the second map here, once you go for speed, it is very risky. Especially also this white turn before that magnet part, the left uphill 180. I have no idea how to take that. Because the car just has no grip. I think the block is very bumpy on that side, and I was just always sliding away. Couldn't keep speed, so I don't know. Voyager is sometimes finding their better strategies for such a weird stuff.